is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped.
Oh, if you only knew how much fun I was having. I think you're getting an inkling, a certain little hint of how much fun I'm having. Sammy Hagar, during his incredible Access TV road trip show, he said, Ted, I got to ask you, you're the happiest guy I know. Why are you happy? And my response was, because I've been clean and sober all my life, so all the happy stuff works. I pursued life, liberty, and the pursuit of Gonzo happiness. Gonzo happiness, kind of like this. You know one of the reasons I'm having a great hunting season? Because I'm using this stuff. I got friends in Wisconsin. Whitetailproductsgonewild.com. My guys are going to put whitetailproductsgonewild.com. You know, it's getting ready for Thanksgiving and the holidays. You want to buy some stuff. This is the ultimate wildlife nutritional supplement. Aaron and they create this product. It's got everything a deer and turkey and woodchucks and everything loves. And whitetailproductsgonewild.com, the Ted Nugent Big Buck Gonzo Kill Mix. Good stuff. Anyhow, the reason I'm having so much fun is because I think, man, think. It's like when the cops show up and they want to force me on my own property to take a shovel and a bucket and dig up a mineral block on my own farm. So you can't have that. And I go, hey, officer, think, man, think. You don't have the authority over an American, whether they put a mineral block on their farm or not. You don't have the authority. You think you have the authority because you've been brainwashed. There's a difference between training and discipline and just being stupid. Like getting in a horse trailer and going to the Branch Davidians to get funding for the illegal infringement gang known as the ATF. That's what they did to the Branch Davidians. Well, we got to up our image, so let's go bust a bunch of hippies. That should be easy. It wasn't easy, was it? Lord have mercy. I hope Donald Trump just gets rid of the ATF. What in God's name? I actually said to the ATF agents at the SHOT Show last year, I should go back and film them this year. I said, think, man, think. How could you possibly think you have the authority over an American's rifle being quieter and safer? That's all a suppressor does. I need a government permit to make my gun quieter and safer? It's a suppressor. It doesn't make it known as a silencer. It doesn't make it silence. You should go. I'm going to get the name of that website, silencers.com. We're going to get that and put it up. Everybody should apply. You shouldn't have to apply. You should go to the hardware store and go, I'd like some nuts and bolts and a wrench and give me a Milwaukee heater and give me a silencer for my 22, my 30 caliber, and my 45. You should be able to buy a suppressor over the counter. It's a muffler. Think, man, think. So these game wardens will go to a farmer in Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Illinois, and go, I hear you have a mineral block on your farm. Go away. Take a deep breath, think, turn around, and go away. How could you possibly think you have authority over an American mineral block on a piece of private property? You don't have the authority. Well, it's the law, Ted. Would you arrest Rosa Parks? Would you put the Jews on the train? Because if you would enforce those laws, you're evil, you're an idiot, you're brainwashed. Think, man, think. So the Texas Parks and Wildlife, what is wrong with you people? Texas Parks and Wildlife, what is wrong with you people? They were going to issue an arrest warrant for me. They weren't going to arrest the child molesters or the people who are here illegally and invaded and are taking tax dollars and living in hotels at taxpayer expense. They're not going to go after the child molesters. They're not going to go after the people on parole that didn't show up. They're going to go for rape and they're going to go after Ted Nugent because I refuse to turn my deer heads into a state Texas Parks and Wildlife veterinarian who got it wrong looking for chronic wasting disease, which has never hurt a deer herd. Write this down. Michigan DNR, Wisconsin DNR, Texas Parks and Wildlife. Write this down. Take a deep breath and see if you can find the soul and conscience that you have abandoned. Chronic wasting disease has never hurt a deer herd ever. And they expect me to turn my deer heads into a state veterinarian who gets it wrong more often than right, slaughtering innocent deer herds, healthy deer herds, destroying family businesses based on the chronic wasting disease lie that has never hurt a deer herd, and people can't get it from the deer, but they're going to give me, they're going to arrest me for not turning that's like saying, you know, my babysitter was caught raping the child, convicted of raping the child, but the state says I have to keep using that babysitter. You can't be serious. I dare anybody from Texas Parks and Wildlife to come on my podcast and look in the camera, in the eyes of the people of America, and explain your lies about chronic wasting disease, which has never hurt a deer herd, but you guys have slaughtered tens of thousands of healthy deer, including pets that grandchildren feed and play with, that turned out to be a false positive by your veterinarian, and you want me to turn my deer heads into them? Can I say eat and die? You people are completely out of control. I would expect it in San Francisco, but not Texas. What happened to you? Governor Abbott, Ken Paxton, Dan Patrick, Ted Cruz, would you please get involved and stop this jackboot thuggery in what I thought was the great Republic of Texas? They're out of control, and it's symptomatic of bureaucracies overall, which is why Donald Trump was elected, to get after these corrupt, bloated, Fedzilla bureaucracies that accomplish nothing good. The EPA is against environmentalism. The U.S. Forest Service is against healthy forests. The Bureau of Land Management will take our tax dollars to support wild Mustangs that are not wild. They're not wild Mustangs. And they won't let dog food companies buy the horses that are invading. They're an invasive species destroying habitat for wild sheep and other indigenous game. And they won't let dog food. But the people who adopt the horses end up selling them to dog food companies. You idiots. You bureaucrats have no soul. You have lost your minds. And if you want to challenge me, get somebody from the Bureau of Land Management. Isn't it coincidental that BLM also stands for Black Lives Matter? Because Bureau of Land Management is as trustworthy and decent, honorable and legal as Black Lives Matter. You know, the people who burnt down cities and the Democrat Party bailed out. This is hysterical. You people have no soul. Thank God Donald Trump will be sworn in if we don't go into World War III, thanks to the gangster, lying, monster, satanic cult of Joe Biden that will get in the way of the inauguration. God help us all. You know, God did help us all. Shemaine's Real America Voice, Faith and Freedom, was about prayers. We prayed before November 5th. We prayed like America has never prayed before. And God answered our prayers with a man who will make America strong, make America healthy. How about Robert Kennedy Jr.? First time that someone publicly, other than Shemaine and I and some other cutting-edge health experts, not doctors, but health experts, getting rid of the chemical warfare in our food supply. The FDA and the USDA, Uncle Sam, Big Pharma Monsanto, Roundup Ready, poisonous pesticides and herbicides in your kids' cereal. If you people have poison on your shelves that you can't pronounce the ingredients, throw it away, but don't even let the wildlife eat it, because they'll get sick. America is the sickest society in the world because of Uncle Sam, because of the FDA and the USDA. And Texas Parks and Wildlife wants to eliminate the access to healthy, natural venison to get rid of independence. And Texas Parks and Wildlife, you're with the wrong guy. You are going to lose. I don't care how much money you got behind you. Truth, logic, and common sense is going to pummel you into submission. Just like we did with Kamala Harris, wasting $2 billion to cackle. This is funnier than Richard Pryor. My name is Ted Nugent, and Truth, Logic, and Common Sense is the wind beneath my wings, and it's a monsoon, it's a gust, it's a, what do they call it, something 5 hurricane, what do they call that? A Category 5 hurricane underneath the wings of my Predator Eagle wings for Truth, Logic, and Common Sense. Thanks for joining me here. Support MyPillow.com, HeavensHarvest.com, MinutemenCoffee.com, and go to TedNugent.com, and you can get the best gifts in the world for the people you love. TedNugent.com, and I'll be back with segment 4 of the Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Independence Day, Happy Veterans Day, Happy Memorial Day, Everyday podcast. Yowza.